I'm in the garden, and I'll just show you a little issue with the greenhouse. When I get back from work, and it's cold at night, so this morning I opened that vent up, but I mean the other day there I got home at 3 o'clock and the greenhouse was boiling, all the vents were shut, the door was shut, and the temperature in here was ridiculous. Let's feel it in here. What temperature is it? Oh my goodness. It is 42 degrees Celsius and it's too hot. It was up at 50, it was up at, where was it? It was well up anyway, past that. So these need to be open really. But it's not that warm today. I'll open about that. Yeah, about that'll do, but I'll keep that door open for a little minute. But to overcome this problem, I probably mentioned it, I bought these things. I've already set one up, and I've done an unboxing of this and a setup. What I'll do is I'll install it. It's pretty straightforward to install. I might just show you a wee bit. I'll just show you a wee bit. Is that all focused? Yep, okay, 1 minute of waffle. Greenhouse, we're just talking about the greenhouse. This is the solution to the overheating. Actually, I want to get this done quite quick. Move this a little bit. I want to get it done quite quick and move this down slightly. Don't drop the camera. Move this down so you can see a bit better. Yeah, I moved offices the other day there. This was the spare room. So I've got this kind of work area now for whatever I want to do. I want to repair computers or do little product reviews, anything like that, and I can. Get into this box, I'll look, see what we're dealing with. You can probably guess what these are. Another bit of tape there. Need to get my Stanley knife up here. I saw it the other day there, I can't think what it is. I've had one of these before. Let's see if I can get into the box. There's some tape on the other side. If I get that off, it might help me a bit. And they work extremely well, but they do run out of pop a little bit. Just the changes in temperature in the greenhouse, it kind of doesn't do them any favours. I think I'll put it upside down. There we go. A bit of heaving and it'll come out. There we go. Push it the right way. It's an automatic ventilation of greenhouses. This is what it is. And it was, for these two, it was £26, which isn't bad, you know. £13 each. That's the gas cylinder. I'll get that out because we'll assemble it. Oh, sorry, bashed the microphone. We'll assemble it before we put it in the greenhouse. Another one's just exactly the same, which is the same thing. Get that out of the packet. What do you get for 13 quid? You actually get quite a lot. And it will help a lot. It's been a while since I've put one of these together, so I will look at the instructions. What does it say? Make sure that your greenhouse window opens normally. Screw the cylinder into the cylinder housing, see figure 4. Screw the cylinder into the cylinder housing. That must be that there, that must be the cylinder housing, is it? Yes. Which way are they doing it? They're doing it like that, so it must go up in there. You don't want to bend that cylinder, that would not be good. So you must have to get that out of the way. That must have to go in. That must have to turn actually. Does it turn? It does turn that way. Get that out of the way. It's not making any sense at the moment. because it's to go in there and then go into that tube, but this seems to be a little bit. Oh, there we go. Just I moved that little tab can be moved. So you move it to line up with that little tube. Okay, and that this long tube goes into this little tube through there. Alright, so let's do it. Right, screw in. Oh, move this slightly just so you're lined up. You don't want to bend this at all because it will upset the operation of it. Just be kind of careful with it. There we go, and then screw that in. Don't put it all the way in just yet because there is a way of setting these up. Okay, then what does it say then? You put the little pin, get the little pin out of the bag. What's the nut for then? Figure 8. It didn't say anything about figure 8. Oh, I've got instructions on the other side. Make sure the threads are lubricated. Do not forget to lubricate. I said it twice. What's that big nut for? That must be for locking it, but you need to put that nut on first. They didn't tell me to do that. Oh, it's making mental. So it has to come out again. Clear as mud. So that has to come out again. You get the big nut on. They're big nuts, I tell you what. So the nut has to go on the other side of this so you can lock it in position. There we go. No big deal. I just have found out now. I'll get it through a little bit. You don't need to put it all the way through because you tightening this thread up. There's a bit of lube on that actually. I'll put some lubricant on it, some 3-in-1 oil or something. That must just lock it in position. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just screw the nut down. Okay. Then what do we do? You lift this up and then put the pin in. There should be a little pin somewhere. And rotate that. You have to rotate the little tube inside so we can get this out of the way. So the pin becomes seen. That's not straightforward. I thought it was more straightforward than this. Can't see the pin anywhere. Let's get it out. Get this nut off. They tell you these stages, but you kind of have to read all the instructions. It's not step by step, but you have to read all the instructions all in one go. And then work it out from there. It's a bit daft. But instructions seem to be like that these days. There we go. I can see the edge of the piston. Okay, we get the piston lined up. We can get the pin in. And you've got 2 slots there for the pin. That depends on the opening. I'm just going to shove it in. Is that it? Nope. Not quite. I have to get that screwed in as well. Just get it on the thread a little bit. Sorry, I'm off camera. Get it on the thread a little bit. Okay, and I'll get that pin in. Ouch. And nearly all the way through. Just have to give it a wee kind of gentle shove. There we go, that's the pin in. Okay. Right, where are we now? So the gas cylinder will obviously come inside the greenhouse. That goes onto the, that bit goes onto the window. You can turn them things. It'll go like that on the window. And when it gets hot, the oil expands, which opens, which pushes that piston out, which opens the window. And to adjust what temperature you want the window to open, you screw this in or screw it out. So if you want it to open sooner, you screw it all the way in. So if you want it to open at, say, the temperature gets to 20 degrees Celsius, screw it all into the bottom, and then if you want to, I think one turn is 1 degrees. So if it gets to 30, I might be wrong there, it might open just at 30 degrees because it's closing now, and it's, I don't know what temperature is in here, but it'll be what, 15 and 18, and it's completely closed. It's not warm enough in here to open it, and I need some oil on those threads. So I'm going to stop here and go and install this on the greenhouse. Find the screwdriver. So just I'll put it down here for now. See if I can put you somewhere so you can see what I'm doing. Probably put you up there next to the clock. Probably see it. And I'm just going to go and get a screwdriver. So that's me back. I'll just check and see if we're recording. I'll press the right button. Look. Yeah. Oh no, excuse my big hand. Hopefully that's pointing in the right direction. It's quite a wide angle lens that. Yeah. Don't fall. Stay. Right. Just got to get this old one off. I don't know if I'll be able to use them. I've got loads of these little screws. I'll try not to lose them. It's a bit wasteful to lose them. Where did that screw go? I'll look for it later, because they're probably a better screw. I got some with the vent, but they're a bit longer. A bit too long. So I'll use the ones I've got. I'll use some new ones actually. I've got a whole packet of them. And they're fatter as well, they're a fatter screw. So it's pretty straightforward to fit. This goes on the window, and that goes on. I can actually bolt that on to, because I've got little bolts, but it's a bit of a workup getting it on there. It means having to take these two off. I could do it though. It'll be a lot stronger if I bolted that in than screwing it in. I'll do that. I've got everything here to do it with, so I could just do it. Get these off quickly. Just take these off. I'll do all that, I'll get these bits and pieces off. Get the spar off. All I'm doing is taking these little brackets off that keep it in place. Get this one off. That's it, we don't have to do more than that. Which gives you access. Move the whole bracket, gives you access there. You just get this out of the way. Get that on like that. It's been a while since I've done this. I haven't had one of these auto vents for a long time. Ah, there we go. Just kind of. Yeah, that's it. And you get total access. I want it about there. I know it's not right in the middle. It doesn't really matter. 10mm spanner. I think I'm assuming this is the way it goes. That might be quite dangerous. Is this the way it goes? Can't be. Can't possibly be. Oh yeah, that's it. I've got a 10mm ring spanner. Just tighten these up. Okay, what we're doing, I've got some lubricant as well for this thread. Yeah, getting some lubricant on it. Lubricate the thread a little bit. And get some lube on the other side. See that, if you screw it all the way in, it's going to open sooner. It doesn't need as much temperature to open the vent. The further it is out, the more temperature it needs to open. So you put it on the last thread, it'll need about, it might not even open, but it looks like it is a little bit, it's opening a little bit, the heat is affecting it, so it's just under 30 in here, so it will open just under 30. Getting this done, push that like that, and that doesn't naturally want to sit there. I've got to line those two up and screw it into that top panel, which I'll just do. I don't think I need to pilot the self-tapping screws. I should be able to get them in. These things, self-tappers, I'll just do that. I'll get back to you. I've decided to just put a tiny wee pilot hole in. It'll just help me. I'd be better drilling a big hole, putting a nut and bolt in it. That's what I'd be better doing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go and get a drill bit. It's a really hard camera angle for me to show you what I'm doing, but I'm just going to drill some holes. In there, just drill 2 holes, and I'm going to put nuts and bolts in. But these are the stainless. Is that the right? I'll sort it. I'm just going to do it because you can't see what I'm doing anyway. And then when I've finished, I'll get back to it. I'm glad I made it because it's something you can avoid. See the bolts in position. I don't know if you see it. It seems quite dark on the screen. You maybe see it. You should really have these as far up as you can possibly go. I'll show you why. See if you get to this window and close it. You see, because these are far up, this was able to close. If that was any lower, it wouldn't close. You know what I mean? So that isn't. I can open this way up because it's boiling in here. That window is not going to close properly, but it's not going to be open by much. I mean, if I hacksawed those off, it would just be open a tiny wee bit, which is alright in the summer. Anyway, that one's one on. That's one on. I've just got to adjust the temperature in here. It's 25 degrees Celsius. And I can maybe warm. I can maybe loosen that nut off. Loosen this right as far as it can go. And that's decided to screw itself in. I didn't tighten this when it's tightened itself. There we go. Just get it out of the way. I'm going to loosen this off so that it's at its coldest setting. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, its coldest setting, which is as far out as it can go. Is about. I'll show you how much thread. There's virtually one thread showing. I was going to say shed throwing. There's only one thread showing. Okay, and that's it. Its coldest setting. So that'll open. I mean, its hottest setting. It has to get really hot for that to open because the cylinder isn't compressed as much oil in the cylinder. But even at that, it's 25 degrees Celsius is open in that. And it's at its lowest setting there as well. When you think about it, how is it? That was to push in further, no, that's at its highest setting there, isn't it? Because I could move that pin. I don't know what that would involve. A bit of hand-eye coordination. Drop right down, lining the holes up. We'll leave it as is just now. I'm going to do that. That's me finished. I got that one done as well. For some reason it wanted to sit there. So that's where it's sitting, this is where it wants to sit. And I got that pin a wee bit higher up, and you can see the door is actually lower unless it's hotter in this end. And this is, like I said, on the last thread. What's this one on? It's not on the last thread. Let's keep experiment right on the last thread. Yeah, it's on the last thread. So this is at its coldest setting. Okay. This is at its minimum opening. Apart from that one, that's an experiment, it's not 100%. I might change that little pin just to make it absolutely right. I'll do that just now. So basically, I've done that, I've lifted that up. That means this greenhouse has to get really hot for both these vents to open, because that's it's as far as it can go. So this has to really expand quite a lot for it to open. It has to get quite hot, and that's at its highest point as well. So it has to push further, and it's the same. And that's it, exactly the same. But I'll see how we work out what temperature we're at. We're at 27, 80 Fahrenheit. And they're open as far as that. I'll open the door, close the door. Get the oil out here. Not a good thing to have in here. Let's see if they open any. I'll go into that sun. I'll come back in 10 minutes, see if they've opened any further with that door shut. In about 25 minutes. Oh, it's really. The vent's wide open. Well, not as open as far as they can go. They might be actually. Look at the might be the greenhouse stopping them going any further. But that's definitely them both wide open. I'll come back tonight and I'll come back out, and I've noticed that one's totally shut, but it's doing things to that glass. I don't think it's going to stress out anymore. It's still quite humid in here. 15 inches, supposed to be shut really. Don't quite understand what's going on there. That don't trip over anything. That can actually be pushed over slightly. So look, that's it. I pushed that over. So why isn't this one closing? There's something stopping it. It's actually cracking the glass. That's not right. There's something wrong here. Got to remember to lift the camera up. There's something definitely wrong because it's cracking the glass. I wonder if I've got it on the wrong hole. I don't know what kind of difference that would make. I dropped that cylinder through. I'll just try that. I'll drop the cylinder through. Put it up there for now. Take that wee pin out. That's actually cracking the glass. That glass is quite expensive. Oh, can I force you? Don't want to force the piston. Oh, poor wee fingers. Ouch. That's it. It's out. Okay. So look. I can put that. Where is it? Where's the hole? There it is. I can put it in the bottom hole, and that's where it needs to happen. Maybe that's what that adjustment's for. That's it. Yeah, that could have a wee bit more slack. It's actually cracked out glass on both sides. I'm going to do the same the other side as well. Oh. That's not happy, is it? That's what. Right, so what does that need to do? That needs to come up a little bit to the next hole. That's it. Right, that should be a bit better. Still putting a lot of pressure on that glass. Because that'll pivot naturally anyway. On these things, they'll pivot on these things. So, and there's no way of fitting them wrong. But it shouldn't break the glass like that. If it's breaking the glass, there's something definitely not right. It shouldn't take too much longer to close down. It's getting quite cold in here now. It's under 15 degrees Celsius now. I hope the water doesn't start coming through that. Anyway, okay, that's fine. Let's wait to come out, see if they'd closed them. If they did, let's see if any more pressure gets put on that glass. We'll see.